Rockstar Games' very own design director Scott Butchert has come forward in an interview discussing the upcoming Red Dead Online DLC update, what fans can expect, and much more. He touches on the new role expansion that is being implemented, action-packed shootouts which capture what the Wild West was all about. Sure sounds like Heist to me. Other bug fix priorities, and what the teams behind Red Dead Online learned from the Naturalist update, and we're going to be going over everything and all of that and more in this video. So if you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. So this interview with Rockstar design director Scott Butchert is coming from German site Gamestar and was sent to me in the wee hours of the morning by Engine Obby, so thank you very much. Folks, we can learn a lot from this segment because each new update for Red Dead Online that releases, some gaming news entity hosts an interview with Rockstar about the most recent update, where they see the game going next and what they would like to do in the future. And in each new interview, whether it's with Polygon, Games Radar, GameSpot, VG247, and now Gamestar, more and more things are teased and revealed, and we always look forward to stories like this one. And coming hot off the press, Rockstar says they are not holding back, as the next DLC installment for Red Dead Online features action-packed content and lots of gunfights. The players won't have to wait too long for a more action-oriented update. In the coming patch, we'll be expanding an existing role, which will provide plenty of action-packed shootouts. Recently, we haven't seen too much action in the world of Red Dead Online. As DLC updates go, Frontier Pursuits contained the Bounty Hunter role, which was high in action, and that update also overhauled player controls and gameplay mechanics, which made the online world a lot more pleasurable to play in because it felt more responsive. But since then, the Moonshiner and the Naturalist were more low-key. The bootlegger missions and the animal poaching missions had some smaller gunfights, but really in the past year, the largest thing we saw were the 5 Moonshiner story missions that released, and thankfully here, that type of content is changing. As new extensions and augmentations are coming to an existing role in Red Dead Online, Rockstar has expressed interest in further expanding Collector with new posse collections and communal spaces and properties, and the Bounty Hunter has sort of gone untouched for over a year now, and with the Gus and Harriet dynamic featured in the Naturalist update, that truly lays the framework for the synergy that lawmen and outlaws and their specific content may have in the future. Rest assured that no specific player or special interest of a particular player will be ignored from Rockstar. Scott explains that the foundation for the online has been laid out, and now they can start getting to work on expanding each role and profession currently in the game over time. We already have a number of different roles, each one focused on certain aspects of the world such as bounty hunting, trading, discovery, and the outdoors, each with its own charm and gameplay, and the future of Red Dead Online is here. Revolve around the further development of these roles with meaningful play opportunities and possibly the introduction of further professions. You can definitely look forward to new shootouts and more of what the Wild West is all about, and in addition, there is still a lot of potential as we allow players to delve even more into existing roles. We have an idea of the general direction of the game, and the feedback from the community will continue to help us make decisions a lot in the future. I really like the way this is heading here, because so far these roles have all sort of been unrelated in the sense that yes, while you can multitask and do everything whenever you want, which I think is the way it should be, the roles don't really have any other relation to each character in the game and yourself besides that. But now we're heading into the period of this game's life cycle where now that we have a bunch of these foundational blocks laid out and there's some type of gameplay loop that players can enjoy between all the roles, stranger missions, random encounters and dynamic events, and of course all the showdowns, now Rockstar can start expanding even further on each of those, and that is where the big content lies ahead, I think. Rockstar even says so in the following, that they've had ideas, but there's certain steps that need to be taken in order to implement something. For example, HEISTS and GTA just sort of dropped, just like everything else. Hey, we added a new DLC, so go play it. In this game though, the bounty hunter role gets added, but now we can take the next step, and all our hard work as a bounty hunter, for example, has allowed us access to other activities on either side of the law. What those are, we will just have to see. Katie Pika, lead online associate producer at Rockstar, who we have also mentioned in the past, goes on to discuss why the Naturalist was added and the thoughts behind why it was an important role for Rockstar to feature in the game. We have an extensive catalog of content, both with ideas that we have already defined for future updates and with a whole range of options that we can continue continue to refine until we can also implement them. We knew from the start that we wanted to take up and transport the experience of hunting legendary animals from the single player mode with the naturalist, and that there are ways to expand and deepen this experience for an online world with several players. Scott expands on Katie's thoughts as well with the mindset behind legendary animals and the naturalist, and he says, in particular, the hunt for legendary animals was an element of the single player that we've always liked, and we had the feeling that we could expand this aspect and develop it into a full-fledged role, something that was built on the idea of standing on your own 2 feet and add a new dimension to the world that is rich in content, and the new expansion is designed to help make the living, breathing world of Red Dead Online a place to lose yourself in. And lastly, something everyone who is an avid Red Dead Online player should be aware of: bug fixes. Fixing bugs and glitches is of the utmost importance to the team, and as part of our community support, we make sure that hot fixes go live as soon as possible in the event of problems. Quality of life features and bug fixes for everyone will continue to be a part of the constant expansion of the world and its contents. Now, I'm not too sure what to make of that because we've been sung that same song before. While I think the bug fixing has gotten more frequent with the naturalist, it still doesn't seem to be as fast as possible. Like Tarek Hamad just mentioned, it still seems sort of lower priority than these bugs would be in either GTA or in other games from other development studios, but who knows? Rockstar just has completely different games and everything is on a much more grand scale. I can only really compare it to GTA and say that we've never experienced infinite loading screens, black screens, or completely glitched to new content for a DLC in that game. HEISTS dropped in 2015, and when you went to load into the heist, you didn't just black screen and get sent to the dashboard, or when the import-export update released, the car that you were supposed to steal always spawned, unlike in this game where those types of big bugs are common. For example, legendary animals not spawning in a high population session. All in all though, there is so much revealed, teased, and most importantly confirmed in this article, and we really need to pay attention as we move forward into November. Take-Two actually has their quarterly earnings call in a few days, and they should definitely have sky-high projections for their company, considering they said over the summer that Red Dead is getting an expansion and GTA Online is getting its largest DLC to date at the end of this year. Now that's everything for our show today. There's actually more of this that I want to discuss with you all because I think this article begs some questions that I'm sure all of us want to know the answers to, and I would also like to hear your own thoughts, so please leave them in the comments below as I read everyone's responses on my videos. While I may not necessarily be able to respond to you every single video, I see your support, your concerns, your requests, your compliments, and I thank you. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it, and of course, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Red Dead Online, Red Dead Redemption 2, and even Rockstar games as a whole. We'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks. We'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. I practically live on all 3 of those websites, and you can feel free to strike up a conversation and even ask me a question. Whatever it may be though, you can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links, including my Discord, can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.